Hello and good morning. It is a beautiful day. Thank you for joining us at this year's Employer Forum with Stanbic IBTC Pension Managers. We are especially grateful for life and for livelihood, as well as the opportunity to thank you for your business. My name is Davida Echetabu, and I am your host for the day. The session promises to be a very, very valuable one and will address key aspects in the industry such as emerging trends and employee well-being. Please put aside any distractions and engage with us fully. To kick off the program, please join me in welcoming Olumide Oyeton, who is our Chief Executive of Stanbic IBTC Pension Managers Limited, for the opening remarks. Over to you, Olumide.
Thank you very much, Davida. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the management and staff of Stanbic IBTC, I formally welcome you to the 2021 Stanbic IBTC Pension Managers Virtual Employer Forum. Before we begin, please permit me to appreciate each of you, our partners, for your continuous support over the years. Despite the pandemic and other recent unsettling events, you have remained committed to delivering value in your spheres of influence, while also partnering with us to add value to pension contributions across the country. We are immensely grateful for you for your continuous support of the contributory pension scheme. Some of you are not just partners, but also our clients who have entrusted us with supporting their retirement journey. We do not take this trust, support, and consistency through the years for granted. Thank you very much. I also recognize and appreciate our regulators for the work you do behind the scenes to ensure growth and stability in our industry. We are very grateful. To our media partners, I say thank you for the immense support we continue to receive as you publicize our initiative across the country in your own unique way, positively extending the reach and impact of the Stanbic IBTC brand. Our theme today, pension administration in the new normal, therefore encapsulates the purpose of our virtual gathering today. This virtual gathering in itself is an example of the new ways of operating in a new normal. We have put together a deliberate agenda that will allow us to have robust discussion around our new normal. Discussions such as the mental and physical health of our employees have become paramount in any organization, and we must be equipped to support employees. Discussion on new and efficient ways of serving customers in these times are also very important. To give our customers the confidence that our focus at Stanbic IBTC remains helping them to retire well. We'll also be discussing critical emerging industry trends, including the transfer window, among other industry updates. The transfer window is a positive development for the pension industry, as you will agree, which in the long run will offer much stability and sustainability of our industry. We are therefore hopeful that the knowledge we will share today will give perspective on how we can make the most of our new normal and boost contributors' confidence in the Nigerian pension industry and the larger financial services industry as a whole. We look forward to an interactive session, and I encourage you to engage as much as possible so that at the end of the forum, you will leave with renewed insights and vigor that will help your employees and also clients as well to retire well, while sharing insights and thoughts on how we can partner with you to improve the development of this burden industry. In conclusion, I would like to thank you once again for the confidence in our ability to deliver value, as this is what makes us the largest PFA in Nigeria today, both in terms of volumes of retirement savings accounts and the value of the assets under management. We do not take the confidence reposed in us for granted. As an institution with over 155 years of proven track record in Africa, we remain committed to enabling dreams, expertly managing contributors' funds, and partnering with you to develop our industry and our economy. Welcome once again, and thank you very much. I wish you a fruitful session. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Olumide. I am certain that our esteemed clients appreciate the warm Stanbic IBTC welcome. Just as we switch gears, and get the show on the road, I would encourage you all to please use the chat box. You will be able to get answers right away there because we have our team ready to assist in providing you clarity and guidance as may be required. Okay, so just to go right into it, we're going to have the first session with Yinka Johnson. Yinka Johnson is the head of business development, and she's going to be discussing emerging trends in the contributory pension scheme. You would all agree that a lot of things have happened recently, so Yinka will be bringing that to the table. So over to you, Yinka.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much once again for joining us on this program this morning. I'll quickly like to go straight into what I want to share today. I'll be sharing a few trends and events that have happened in the past 2 to 3 years in the pension industry in Nigeria. I'd like to start from from the very beginning. As you may be aware, the Nigerian pension journey did not start today. It started way before even our independence in Nigeria. And until 2004, when the Pension Reform Act 2004 was passed into law. And 10 years later, the 2014 Pension Reform Act was passed into law. And what this did was it repealed the act of the 2004. So I'll go straight into it and I'll start with the last thing I mentioned, which is the 2014 PRA that started. And like I said, it repealed the 2004 Act just so that we could update it with a few amendments. Part of the amendments, as you may be aware already, because we've been on this for a while, is the minimum contribution increased from 7.5% from both parties to 8% for employees and 10% for the employer. And the other thing is that the minimum number of staff that is required for any employer that wants to start contributing to the contributory pension scheme, we reduced from 5 employers to 3 employees, to 3 employees. Another key thing was that the waiting period to access 25% for a person who lost his job before it was, you had to wait for 6 months. But with the Pension Reform Act 2014, you now have to wait for just 4 months and the person will be able to access their 25% of their pension balance. In 2018, the National Pension Commission introduced the multi-fund structure. Now, the multi-fund structure, before 2018, all the funds for the retirement savings holders were put into one bucket and managed the same way, irrespective of the age of the RSA holder or even the risk profile of the RSA holders. So in 2018, the National Pension Commission released new guidelines to enable PFAs to divide and put different funds into different buckets according to the age of a person, because we are all at different stages of our lives, and to put them in different buckets. So that's how it is being managed now. In 2019, the journey continues. In 2019, the micro pension was launched, and the micro pension was launched for people who before then could not participate in any kind of pension scheme, people who did not have that kind of employer-employee relationship. The micro pension scheme was for people who are maybe like they have their own business, entrepreneurs, like a small accounting firm, people in the arts, industry, people who have their own small businesses, who don't have up to 3 employees. That is what the micro pension was for. And then later in that same 2019, the enhanced contribution registrations system was introduced. What you will know, what you recognize as the data recapture, and you will notice that many times your business account officer has come to you to say they want to do data recapture for your employees. And this has been going on so well. Thank you very much for your support in this regard. The biggest of the trends, or the most recent of the trends, is the opening of the transfer window. The transfer window opened in November 2020. Despite the pandemic, the window opened. And what the transfer window does is that it just allows retirement savings account holders to move from one PFA to another PFA. What it has done is that it has now restored choice to the RSA holder. Now an RSA holder can decide that I don't want to be with this PFA again. I want to move to another PFA. So that's all the transfer window has done. And in Stanbic IBTC, we see this opening of the transfer window as a huge opportunity, as a huge opportunity for us to, welcome more of your staff members, of your employees, and to add more value to your staff as they move from other PFAs to join Stanbic IBTC. And I'm deliberately saying that they are moving from other PFAs to join Stanbic IBTC, because really Stanbic IBTC is the place to be. It's the place to be because over 1.8 million already currently choose to retire with us. And we believe that they have made the right choice, and we are the right candidate to support you and your employees through this process. Now, to move your RSA from one PFA to another is very easy. It's done in 4 simple steps. And I'm going to use the example of somebody moving from another PFA to moving to Stanbic IBTC, of course. So if somebody wants to move from one PFA to Stanbic IBTC, you just need to check that the person has done data recapture. Remember, we talked about the ECRS. The person has to have been recaptured, and updated on the ECRS platform. Once that is done and the person is showing on the platform, the person can just walk into any of our branches. The person we can call your account officer that is attached to your company. You can call anybody, and then you can phone us any way you want to do it. You can call our contact center anyhow. We'll be able to, reach out to the person, and what the person will just need to provide for us is their surname, their RSA PIN, the current mobile number, and their email address. Once they supply that to us, the third thing we will do is just to register the person's thumbprints. Just ensure that the person we are registering is the same person that is on the system, so that we are not mixing people up. Once we've done that, it is submitted. You have submitted your transfer request. At the end of the transfer quarter, the former PFA will move the RSO holders account to Stanbic IBTC. It is done every quarter. The movement is not done like every day for administrative purposes. It is put together and moved every 3 months. And so that is done every 3 months, and the person will be able to move to Stanbic IBTC. I've been saying move to Stanbic IBTC, move to Stanbic IBTC. You know us, you know that we are the people to be with. So why am I saying Stanbic IBTC? A few reasons why I'm saying Stanbic IBTC. Number one is that we have been here for a long time. We are part of a group that is over 150 years old. We have been there, done that. We have been managing funds for years. For years, we have been managing funds, so we know the pitfalls, we know what works and what does not work. We are the most experienced in this market when it comes to managing assets managing assets for customers. The other thing is safety of your funds and consistent returns on your RSA. You can be rest assured that your funds are safe. And when we say your funds are safe, it can be evidenced by the number of people that we are paying every month. We have over 65,000 retirees that we pay consistently every month, no fail. Every month we pay it. And if this is what we are doing, then it shows you that we can be consistent. It shows you that we know how to get this done. And in terms of your returns on investment, what we promise to you is consistent, sustainable, risk-adjusted returns. When I say risk-adjusted returns, is that we are looking at the fund where you are in, where, I talked about the multi-fund structure. If you are in fund one, we know the kind of risk that we can take and we can, help you. But generally, what we do is we give you consistent returns over the years as as we grow, and you can be rest assured that when you retire and you move to the next phase of life, you can be sure that you can have the kind of life that you want. Another thing I would like to talk about is the convenience that we give to you. Now we are all over the country. We are everywhere in the country. We have over 100 branches where you can, just walk in and just, talk to us. You can reach us online. You can reach us via our multilingual contact center. You can reach us. You can reach us on our super app. You can reach us there. You can reach us wherever you are, whatever whatever you are convenient, whatever you find convenient is where we will meet you at. In addition to all this, we support our community everywhere we go. Our CSI initiatives, we are a lot about giving back to our society. We help people to build up their retirement savings account. At the same time, we give to people all around us. So the point that I'm trying to make is that Stanbic IBTC really is the place to be. In terms of reach, you can reach us. In terms of convenience, we are there. In terms of consistent returns, we are there. In terms of the fact that you can trust us and go to sleep, that your money is safe, we are there. And so we think that with us, your journey is safe. So, like I said, you can reach us via several channels. Earlier, I mentioned that you have an account officer. Yes, every employer has an account officer that you should know by now. And if you do not know the account officer that is attached to your company, please drop a message in the chat box so that we can, get back to you and, just correct that. Everybody should have an account officer. Please let us know if you do not know your account officer. You can reach us via our website. Like I said, our multilingual contact center. We even have mobile pension offices where we can move around to wherever you are. Like if you have branches in places, it's not really your main branch, and you have branches in small areas, you can reach anywhere where your people are, and via our pension on wheels. You can also send us emails. Online, there's a live chat. There are various platforms. And as we go along in this program today, Lio will be sharing with you various ways that you can reach us and interact with us digitally. And at this point, I would just want to, pause so that we can go into that. Thank you very much. And back to you, Davida. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yinka. That was a very, very concise presentation you did there. Just to go right into it, I'm going to immediately invite Layo Ilori Olaogun, who is our head of client experience here at Stanbic IBTC Pension Managers. She's going to be talking about digitization, the new normal. Everybody is online now and everybody is moving very quickly. So please join me and make welcome Layo. Layo, over to you.
Thank you very much, Davida, and thank you, Yinka Johnson, for setting the tone for my presentation. So I'll go quickly into it. As a client-centric organization, technology and innovation have always been the key drivers of our customer experience initiative. And with the new ways of living and working, which emerged after the pandemic, we have propelled this even further. So between last year when the pandemic started and now, we have successfully implemented significant upgrades across our digital self-service channels. And that's what I'm going to be talking to you about today. Again, like I said, Yinka had touched on some of our channels. So I will go in depth into the channels so that you can understand what it is that how you can reach us and how easy it is to navigate through our channels. So I'll be talking about 5 major channels. I'll be talking about my pension portal. I'd also talk about the Stanbic IBTC mobile app. I'll talk about short code services. The magic numbers to remember is 30388, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I'll also talk about the pension calculator and budgeting tool. And finally, I'll talk about the online RSA registration. Okay. So like I said earlier, when the pandemic broke, we thought about how to improve on our services to our customers. Because again, the number one thing on our minds is ensuring that our customers are satisfied and they can get through all the services that we offer very seamlessly. As a result of that, we revamped our website to make it easier for you to navigate and locate information that you need at your convenience. So in doing that, my pension portal, which is a personalized online account platform, was reviewed to make it easier for you, like I said. So there's certain things that you can get from this platform. Okay, the first is you can review and update your biodata. You can generate your RSA statement. You can download your registration certificate. You can apply for your benefits application. You can apply for some benefits application, okay? And you can do a whole lot other things from the pension portal. So I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, what benefits application type can I access, online? Because of course, we know that because of the pandemic, a lot of you do not want to go, to our branches, because of COVID, and so you'd rather do things, in the comfort of your house. And as a result, we've made this platform available for you to process some of your benefits applications. So there are 2 major benefits applications that you can process online using the pension portal. The first is the 25% benefit application, and the second is the voluntary contribution. So, and I'll quickly, I know that my colleague will touch on this extensively later on, but just to quickly let you know that a 25% application, customers are eligible for this when they're no longer working in paid employment and they've been out of work for a period of 4 months and they're unable to secure another job. You can, at this point, you can apply for your 25% benefits application. So, and we know that a lot of individuals lost their jobs during the pandemic, so this was made available to them. In addition, you can also apply for your voluntary contributions, which we'll talk to you about more in depth later on, but you can also apply for your voluntary contributions using this platform. So the next thing I'll talk about is a Stanbic IBTC Super App. I'm quite excited about this because I use it all the time. It's so easy, it's seamless, we carry our phones around all the time. So it's just something that you can use while carrying your phone around. If you don't already have the app, I would advise that you download this app immediately. It's really easy to download. Just go, to the Play Store, search for Stanbic IBTC and just download the app. There are a few things you can do on the app. One of such is you can view your contribution history. You can update your biodata. You can request for your checklist or forms for withdrawals. So we have different checklists for different application type, and it's really easy for you to get the checklist from this portal so that you know what it is that you need to put together for your benefits application. You can request for your retirement savings account statement or your pension registration certificate. You can view a monthly newsletter from here, and you can view the RSA fund price and do a whole lot more. So let me just quickly say 1 or 2 things about the super app as well before I move on. So I had mentioned that if you don't have it, please download it. If you have it, it's really easy to use. All you have to do is click on pensions and you input your RSA PIN. Your RSA PIN is a number, is the alphanumeric digits you have. It starts with a PEN and then it has 12 numbers. So you put in your RSA PIN and then you put in your passcode. Now, I'm sure some people would say, Layo, I don't remember, my PIN. It's easy to get your PIN. If you don't remember your PIN, you can use a short code, and I'll talk to you about that later on how you can do that. Some people don't remember their passcode. Again, you can access your passcode by clicking on the Forget Passcode under the Login button on the Super app, and your passcode will be generated and sent to your registered email and your mobile number. Again, I'll give you another way you can get your passcode in a minute. So again, like I said, the number to remember is 30388. Once you get your RSA PIN and your passcode, just input these information into the Super app and you'll be able to access all of this information that I spoke to you about earlier. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is a short code service. So again, our magic number is 30388. And I say this because it's so convenient to get information using this short code service. So some of the things that you can get from the short code service is you can retrieve your RSA PIN, like I mentioned earlier. You can request for your RSA balance, which is really important. A lot of people want to know what their balance is. I mean, even if you don't have enough data and you have a little bit of credit, on your phone, just, send 30388 and I'll tell you how to do it and you'll be able to get that information. You can request for your last few contributions. You can request for your retirement savings account statement, and you can request for your pension registration certificate. Please note though that this service costs 10 Naira per SMS. Okay, I'll go quickly to tell you how to access this information using the 30388. To get your PIN, text my PIN, that's my MYPIN, to 30388 to get your PIN. To get your last contributions, text CONT, CONT, and your PIN starting with the PEN and the number, the 12 digits number, to 30388. To get your RSA balance, text BAL with a space and then your PIN to 30388. To get your pension registration certificate, text PRC, a space, your PIN to 30388. And finally, to get your statement delivered to your registered email address, text STMT with a space and your PIN to 30388. It's as simple as that, guys. Please try it out, and I'm sure you would love using the service. Okay, I'm going to move quickly along to the pension calculator and budgeting tool. So as part of our financial education and wealth management efforts, we recently added these 2 new features to our website, and I'm sure you would love it. With the pension calculator, clients can set goals on how much they would like to get at retirement. I mean, I'm sure all of us want to have an idea of what we're going to get at retirement. So for me, for instance, I've planned when I want to retire, how much I want to get as a lump sum and how much I want to get on a monthly basis. All I have to do is start planning now so that by the time I retire, I would live the comfortable life I've always planned or dreamt of living. Okay, so the calculator offers advisory tips, just like I said, on how to achieve this. To get started is really simple. All you have to do is click on the pension calculator icon when you get into our website, which is www.withdrawl www.stanbicibtcpension.com and follow the steps. Again, that's www.stanbicibtcpension.com. So the first thing you do when you get there, when you click on the pension calculator icon, is you click on profile. So when you click on your profile, you input your gender, your current age, and your desired retirement age. So some of us want to retire at 50, others want to retire at 55, others at 60. Of course, yes, for private sector clients, sometimes, even after your retirement age with the organization, you can still, continue to work in some organizations. So put in your desired retirement age there. Then the next thing you do is you click on income and impute your monthly income, because we need all this information to be able to calculate how much you would have at the time you retire. Okay, then after that, you click on contributions and you input your estimated monthly pension contributions. Then you click on savings and you input your RSA balance and your voluntary contribution balance. You select your goal and then choose between a lump sum or program withdrawal. Now, I'll quickly tell you the difference between these two. The lump sum is the bulk money you get at retirement, while your program withdrawal is the monthly pension payments you receive on a monthly basis. Yinka Johnson touched on it a few minutes ago when she talked about the number of retirees that we pay on a monthly basis. So for me, what do I really, what is my concern? Which one am I more particular about? Is it my lump sum, how much I want to get bulk, or how much I want to get on a monthly basis? So you would click on whichever one you prefer, and finally you put in the desired amount for your preferred goal. So you tell the calculator how much you want to make or how much you want to get as lump sum or as your monthly pension payments. Once you do that, it calculates for you where you would be going at the rate at which you are today. And then it also tells you, let's assume that what you want to make at retirement is higher than what you would if you continue with the way you're going. It tells you this is what you need to do to get to where your desired payment amount would be. In essence, let's assume that when I retire, I want to be getting on a monthly basis 500,000. And I put in the 500,000. The calculator will come back and say, oh, Layo, going with your RSA balance and how much you contribute on a monthly basis, you will only be able to get 430,000. Well, that's not what I want. I want 500,000. So the calculator will tell you that if you actually want 500,000, what you need to do is increase your voluntary contributions. So you increase the amount that you remit on a monthly basis, and it tells you by how much you would increase this money by to be able to get to your desired amount that you want. So I think this is a very cool calculator to use. Please try it out, and I'm sure that you would enjoy it. I use it all the time. Obviously my desires change as I get older, so I keep going back in there, to see what it is that I need to do, and this is just so that I can plan appropriately for my retirement. Okay, so I'll move on quickly to the budgeting tool. So the budgeting tool serves as a visual aid to how you save and spend currently, and it offers tips on how to improve your savings and manage your expenses going forward. So to use the budgeting tool, you simply enter the amount for each of your expense categories. So for instance, your housing, your transport, your education, you enter those amounts into the into the platform. Once you impute your savings amount, the planner advises you based on how much cash you have left, or whether you have a shortfall. And then it tells you how to improve on your spending habits going forward. This is actually a very important tool to use as well. So moving on quickly, I'll go on to the online registration. So I know that some individuals, you would get new staff members that would join your organization. And so we've made it very easy for new joiners to register with us. So if you're a new employee without a retirement savings account, you can easily open your account via our online registration portal. To register online, all you have to do is go into our website. Again, it's www.stanbicibtcpension.com. You select services from the menu bar and select RSA registration under your retirement savings account. Then you click register online now. Once you're done with that, you select open a contributory pension account or open a micro pension account, whichever applies to you. Once you have selected your retirement savings account type, simply follow the online screen instructions to input your biodata information and upload your registration documents. Please note that your national identity number is a mandatory requirement for registration. And so this is a very seamless way of registering. So for individuals that are already registered with us and you have, friends or family that, are getting...
See, employer about joining forum with pay, please, in capital letter. How can I change my account officer? Forum,
right. Thank you for that. So I'll go into data protection because I'm sure a lot of wondering. I'm sure a lot of wondering at this time. So you're asking me to put all this information into the website or into your mobile app. How safe information?
I'm using, so in fact, another person said, please, can we know who our account officer is?
Layo, you may need to unmute, please. Sorry, I think they had to mute because of the glitch.
Oh, apologies for that. I didn't realize I was muted for a minute. So I was talking about the data protection and how important it is for me to explain to you how valuable it is for us at Stanbic IBTC Pensions to protect your data. So I was also talking about how we've placed technology and measures to safeguard your data and information by ensuring that the 3 pillars of information security, which are confidentiality, integrity, and availability, are upheld always while processing or storing your data. To further improve our information security management system, we're in the process of achieving a global standard certification, which is the ISO 27001, which will provide additional comfort to you on information management. In conclusion, I'd like to leave you with 3 main things. Number 1 is digital innovation. And just to say that Stanbic IBTC Pensions will continue to push technological boundaries to provide optimum satisfaction to you at all times. The second thing I'd like to leave you with is data privacy. And it is to say that we will always put you at the center of everything that we do by ensuring your information with us remains safe and secure. And the last thing I'd like to leave you with is excellent service delivery. We are committed at Stanbic IBTC to providing you with quality and timely service at all times. Thank you very much, and over to you, Davida. Davida, over to you.
Thank you very much, Layo. That was a very detailed presentation, and we want to say thank you to all our participants for joining us and staying involved so far. The chat room has been quite engaging, and the answers to the questions will happen shortly. So I'm going to once again encourage everybody who has not yet used the chat room, please use the chat room. And we're also very conscious of time, and we thank you for the time you have given us so far. We promise to make sure that our presentations going forward are as efficient as possible. Now, please join me in making welcome Bolanle Shobowale, who is the Head of Benefits Administration at Stanbic IBTC Pension Managers. She would be touching in fact, I believe that is the most popular topic that ever existed in the pension industry, which is accessing your pension benefits. So please join me and make welcome Bolanle Shobowale. Bolanle, over to you.
Thank
Hello,
you,
Bolanle, are you there?
Yes, I am. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining in this morning. About 480 people we called, and you guys responded. Thank you so much. We do not take this for granted in any way. So we're going to go quickly into the presentation of the day, and we're going to talk about retirement. It's one of those things that whether we like it or not, retirement must come. And it's interesting because a lot of people don't want to, just think it's very far, but it's interesting because it's one of those things that must surely come. Recently, I was looking at a picture of my 10th birthday, and I was asking myself, oh my God, this was some few years ago. Where did all the time, go to? So as sure as night follows day, that's how retirement is going to come. And it's not about whether we should be afraid of retirement, but it's about preparing and getting ready for retirement. So what do we need to do to get ready for this glorious day, as I would like to call it? So the first thing would be, for us in Stanbic IBTC, you need to update your information with us, because there are several things that happen post-retirement or even pre-retirement. A very good one is that people work in various cities, and when they retire, they either want to move back home, maybe to their home, their country home, or whatever they want. They have a beautiful place that they built back home, and they want to go to. They want to leave the hustle and bustle of the city where they work in, and then maybe there are particular networks that don't work well in certain areas. Whatever your decisions are, whatever your choices are, it's important that you update your information with us. From your phone number to your email. If all along you've used your company's email, it's important that you now let us have your, your public domain email, your Yahoos and your Gmails of this world, your phone numbers and all of that. Now, it's also important that you obtain relevant information from your employer. Some of those information are they're really easier, and those documents, they're easier to get when you're still in active employment. A very good one is your payslip. Now, so for me to be able to say this is how much you would get at retirement, there are 4 variables: your RSA balance, your gender, your last salary, and your RSA balance, your salary, your gender, and your age. Yeah, thank you, your age. So for me to determine your last pay, it's important that you provide your payslip. Now, a lot of us collect our pay slips and just discard it or save it on some drive in the office. And when you then resign, or when you leave or you retire, it becomes very difficult to retrieve. So as we approach retirement, it's important that we keep those documents. Also for those that resign, because it's not just only at retirement that you can get your benefit. We can, oh my God, someone says, okay. Yeah, it's not only a retirement that you can access your benefits. If there's job loss, you can also access your benefits at job loss, 25% of it. And then at that point, we require your acceptance of acceptance of resignation. A very important one for the public servants is what we call the annual verification exercise. This usually will take place 1 year before retirement, and all of that is just to go and check that you have your information correct with your PDO. They ask you for your payslip. A lot of things go into that, and that is what is used to compute your accrued rights. Now, what is accrued right? Your accrued right is just the benefits that accrued to you prior to the contributory pension scheme. So there were various schemes that the government ran before that time, and you actually have benefits that have accrued to you before that time. So those are the things that you need to, those are the things that will be computed, and information will be received from you. So please, it is extremely important that you attend your annual verification exercise. This is for public sector employees. Now, also conclude all of your clearances, so we have some state government, some public sector, private sector, different things that people need to do and reconcile before retirement. Those things are not to be left to retirement, because we want to make retirement process for you easy. We want to make it seamless, and we want to make it fast. We want to make it easy, we want to make it seamless, and we want to make it fast. And the only ways to achieve all of the things that I've highlighted, those three things, is to ensure that we do all of this prior to retirement. Right. So now the benefit, we have different withdrawal modes, and I think some of my colleagues have actually spoken about it now, but I'm going to just go a bit more into give a bit more details. So we have what we call the program withdrawal. We have what we call the lump sum and annuity, lump sum and program withdrawal, and we have the M block. Now, I usually like to start with the M block because it's the easiest one. M block means that you get all your money en bloc. And I know everybody will go like, hey, that's the one I like, I like that one. I can get all of my money. Now, there is a clause to that one. You can